Morning, students. I hope I'm audible to you all. So today's session, this video going to educate you people how to write answer for 15 marks. Become SCP syllabus. This is exclusively for SCP syllabus students and for the descriptive type of papers. So how to write for 15 marks. So in your PUC time you have written 12 marks or maybe the 14 marks. Here it's little different and expectation from the valuer will be different. So you have to write in a synopsis way. The presentation answer should be good. And it should have some weightage in the answer so that this video going to help you people how to write the answer for 15 marks. So let's start. How to write the answer for 15 marks. You people know how to write the answer. That's not a big deal. But the point is that how to present it. Writing for 15 marks answer and by an undergraduate student for the undergraduate examination requires balance between structure, depth, and precision. Here you can see that first step in this writing the answer, it's about understand the question first. So the first step in writing for 15 marks is understand the questions. Read the question carefully and identify its key components. So what are those? Example, keywords like explain, analyze, or compare. So it should be a question like explain, analyze, or compare. Most of the time for undergraduate student, it will be like explain. Here, the explain spelling is little wrong. Don't mind about that. The point is that how to write, that's matter. Determine what is expected. So when you see the question like explain so and so, you have to look into this thing. So are you have to write definition, explanation, or you have to place an argument, or you with an example or critical analysis, what you have to do. So understand the question and write the answer. Explain. So to answer this in your BCom exam, the question will be like explain or briefly explain, it will be there. And if it is a like application based question, it will be like analyze. So since we are focusing on 15 mark, explain will be the main point. So second step is plan your answer. How to plan your answer? Allocate the time for thinking and structure the answer. So what you have to do in the second step, you have to read the question carefully, understand the question, and think about what and all you can write. And don't waste much time or here. Most of the student will able to structure their answer or plan their answer within a minute. But you take 2 to 3 minutes on this and decide upon what you have to write. Decide on 3 to 4 main points to address the question comprehensively. So your main 3 to 4 points must be addressed comprehensively. Comprehensive means it should be like address all aspects of the question. Next step is structure your answer. Use clear structure, like it may be what I'm stating here, it may be just an overview or one way of presenting answer, but you can use other way around as well. But here, the basic expectation from a valuer will be you have to write about introduction, main body, and conclusion. These three parts of the answer should be there as valuer expect, and you can get good marks on this. The fourth step, not the fourth step, under the third step itself, you can see introduction. So what you have to write in the introduction? Don't make it a full page of introduction. Just write it 3 to 4 or 2 to 3 lines. That is enough. If you are good at writing, if your language is good, you can complete comprehensively in 2 to 3 tries. Or if you are like first time you are writing the 15 mark question, then you have to think on this and practice several times. So define key terms or concepts. So when you are writing introduction, you have to use the terms and concepts. Sorry. Provide a brief overview or the context of the topic. I know you people are getting now how to write this introduction. With example, I'll explain you. Till then, you have to keep these points in mind. Define the key terms. Provide brief overview or context of the topic. For example, it may be like importance of banking. So you have to state here importance of banking is a key term. Bank is a key term. So those are the key terms you have to use here. Provide overview of those. So what is bank? You have to state in 1 or 2 lines. What is banking? Also you have to state in 1 or 2 lines. State what are your answer will be. So now you have to state at the end of the introduction what you are going to write. So as I told you, if it is a importance, you have to write. So banking is a very important part of of financial activities. So here are the functions that makes a part in the activity that you have to write here. Next comes to main body. What you have to do is that basically every student will start with the sub points and start explaining it. Yes, that's good, but still you have to follow the logical sections. That means first you have to write the basic points. Next, you have to go to the core points, and then you have to go to the conclusive parts like general points. Organize the content in a logical section. Use headings, subheadings, if applicable, for each point. Present the idea or argument. Explain with example, theories or data. Provide evidence or references, if relevant. Main coherence and logical flow between the paragraph. That's matters here. Next is about conclusive. Last part of the answer is conclusive. So don't write the conclusion another page again. Write it for only 2 to 3 lines. That is enough. Summarize the key points. So whatever the points you have written in the main body, use those key points and try to sum it up. Reinforce your main argument and provide brief takeaway. Takeaway means that you have to write in such a way that, so like a conclusion, that means, so because of these functions, banking will be easy to do. And again, because of these functions, economic development will happen. Like that, you have to complete. Depth or details. Cover the topic comprehensively, but stay relevant to the question. Most of the student, what you people do when you are writing banking, you write features, you write advantage, disadvantage, types of banking, everything you will going to include here. No, no, no. When the question is about explain the functions, you have to write only the functions. Don't write whatever you have read. Use technical terms and avoid unnecessary repetition. Technical terms like no, what you can write instead of giving loan, you can write lending. Giving and taking loan, you can use the lending. So that's the appropriate word that fill the offline. That kind of terminologies you have to write here, and you have to avoid using the same words all over your answers. I have seen as a valuer, many of the students write the same words throughout the answer. At the end, it sends that instead, no, only this word and except that, we will not going to read the entire answer. We will judge that he don't know anything. Just is cooking stories. That's why he able to fill the pages. No, don't do such a way. Don't be foolish. Okay, valuer never going to be a fool. Incorporate examples, case studies, or diagrams. Here, for BCom level, I don't think case studies are necessary. Just you can use the diagram and examples if required. Presentation tips. Most importantly, write neatly and legibly. Use bullet points, numberings for clarity, if appropriate. Highlight the important terms or concepts. You can use the pencil, underline that, or write it in a bold letter. You can do such way. Time management. Now, doing all this, you should not waste 1 hour on the single question. You should allocate appropriate time for that. So best thing what you can do is that after watching this video, you take up question, try to finish it within 30 minutes and practice, make it to 20 minutes only. So that You can write in 20 minutes each question. I think you have to write only 3 questions for 15 marks. In 1 hour, you can complete this section. Maybe 1 hour, 1 hour, 20 minutes, you can complete this. So practice make men and women perfect. Depending upon the total marks, you have to allocate the time. Stick to the word limits, expected length. Here in your BCom exam, no expectation of length, but student, you people always try to trouble the teachers. How many pages you have to write? No, not about how many pages. It's about how comprehensively you can write the answer. So, for now, okay, to answer that question, I can say 1.5 page to 2 pages comprehensively, or 3 pages you can write elaborately. How to write the answer for 15 marks? Let's have an example now. Explain the functions of commercial bank. So this is an example for you people, what you can do. So first one, write the introduction and then show the chart what you are going to write. So if you are not able to write the introduction properly, what you can do as a tip, what I can say, write the banking meaning, write the commercial bank meaning. After that, you start writing the chart. What are the functions you are going to explain and make it creative way. Put the box for the points, like a flow chart you write. So after writing the flow chart, you come to the main body. The second part of the answer is main body. There you have to explain all the points what you have shown in the chart. Make sure you explain all the points. If it is not possible to explain, at least write in 1 or 2 lines. I know out of 10 points, you can able to write 5 to 6, but remaining 4 points has to be there in the main body. Don't skip them. Just write the heading, at least 1 or 2 lines you will write about that. Don't give up on the unknown points. At least you have to write something so that it will cover up the pages as well as it will look good, and it for the valuer it will be like you can convey meaning that answer. And then last part is conclusion. So now I have given the overview here how you have to write for the 15 marks. I want to show the example as well how you can write for the 15 marks. So introduction will be like this. You can stop the video and you can take note of this. And next one is main body, the functions of commercial banking. Good. So and then you can divide the answer into parts, like a sub parts you can divide based on the question. Here primary functions. In the primary functions you can say accepting deposit. That's why it is 1.1. So what are the deposits are there? Here one, saving account, fixed account, and then fixed deposit, current accounts, recurring deposits. All these are types of deposits that an individual or a business can do in the bank. So these are only the example for this question. And again, don't just give the subheadings here. You have to explain them. The nature of that account, you have to write it here. Next, 1.2, granting loans and advances. Here, what you have to do is that what are the types of loan or advances the bank can offer you? And you have to state them and you have to explain each one with their nature. For example, personal loan will be 1 or 2 years, maybe within 1 year. Business loan may be the 3 to 4 years. Cash credit and overdraft are for 6 months. Bill discounting for 6 months are based on the bill duration. So like that, you have to give the overview of the each sub points here. 1.3, credit creation. Credit creation, what the credit creation basically? Lending more than actual deposit to increase the money supply. Yes, the RBI has given the power to commercial banks to create the credit. So, and beyond their current cash level, they can give the loan to the customer. That's what credit creation. Read that properly and write it elaborately. I mean to say how it works, credit creation works, and how it benefits. Now, till now we have stated primary function. Now the secondary functions comes 2.1. Agency function, collection of check, dividends, bills, payment of taxes, insurance premiums, utility bills, acting as an agent for the government schemes. So these are the agency functions. Next one is 2.2, general utility functions, safe deposit locker, issuance of credit and debit card, advisory service for the investment and portfolio management, foreign exchange and forex services. Next, the point number 3, that is developmental function. How the banks or commercial banks will contribute to the development of trade, commerce, and the overall economy, you have to write. Promoting trade. So how the promoting trade will happen? 3.1. So it will issue the letter of credit. It will facilitate the import and export. Bank guarantees. Yes, bank will stand as a guarantee for your trade purpose. Trading finance. It will provide the finance as well for your trade. Next one, 3.2, supporting economic development. Providing financial assistance to industry, supporting infrastructure development. Next, 3.3, implementing government policies. So these are what I can say, functions of commercial banking. So at the end, please stop the video and take the screenshot or note down the way I have given the conclusion here. Commercial banks perform wide range of functions, so that this wide range word cover up the all the functions what you have stated earlier, essential for economic stability and growth. Now see, because of those functions, what will happen? Economic stability will be enforced and growth will happen. By categorizing these functions into primary, secondary, and developmental roles, we can appreciate their contribution to the society and economy. See, this is the way you have to write key takeaway. So these functions will for the betterment of the society and development of the economy. This is the way you have to conclude it. Are also many students able to write employment generation? Good, you have to write that as well. So your answer must be in such a way that it should include introduction, main body, and then conclusion. And you can show diagrams or charts in a creative way, so that quantity also increases and presentation also look good. So this is what I want to convey for you people, how to write for 15 marks. Thank you.